Hello, everyone. This is Steve from True Market Finance. As we were going over the markets the other day with the royalty companies in the oil, like Permian Basin, which I was showing you that I really do like a lot, and so on and so forth. I was just looking at this. I want to pull up a stock of the day, which I've picked up Vista Energy, which has been doing really well. Right here we got the weekly chart. If we can bounce out here, we can bounce out to the monthly, and we are in a uptrend here. If we go back to the weekly, we're above the 50-day moving average, which we all like. In the daily, we are above the 50 days above the 200-day, which we also like. And so that shows that it's in an uptrend. So in that strategy, as I'm buying, it's always nice to get back in here to the months, which we're not going to get an indicator on it. So we'll go back to the week. I usually like to go into so it would have been nice when it crossed when I went up into here. Actually, it's better on the daily when we get the 200-day. Kind of see what's going on here a bit better. We're all the way back into here. It would have been nice to get way back in here, but when it just crossed, because then you get all this profit, but we did not do that. So we will go out to the weekly chart here, and try to move some. We will punch right here on a buy signal. If you guys are a long-term investor, which some of my stocks I have and some of them I trade, like those royalty companies that I pointed out to you the other day, those ones I just trade. I don't trade. I just invest in them. It's like kind of like Bitcoin. You just keep feeding into it and feeding into it. So if you're doing those, you can go out to like the weekly here and then just do these buys here. And as long as it doesn't go below, so you might not want to buy it this one, but you could have bought another bunch of shares here, and so with the fractional shares that we have nowadays, you can just take 0.5% of your account or 1% of your account and just to feed into it. Sometimes I look at it. Sometimes in the past, if I had a really small account, then I'll just sometimes take just $100, put $100 on this year, $100 on this year, $100 on this year, and then feed into it as I go. Or, when you move up into a bigger lane, then you can move that $100 into maybe $200 and then $300 and then $400. And you can kind of start feeding into it. So, because in a lot of the stocks that I look at as well, and I had a lot of comments on this thing the other day, is, then you wanted a dividend. So then you get a little bit of a dividend as well in those stocks as well. So that makes it really nice to have as well. So this is the stock I have is Vista Energy. If we come back out here to the daily chart, so we could have got into a buy spot here. So sometimes what I'll do here when we've already taken off, you don't sometimes want to jump into a trade. You technically put a limit order above here if you wanted to, but I probably, since see what it all does here, it does goes about buys up here, and you're at the top levels of this. Let's bring this up a little closer. You're up at the top levels of this channel as well. So every time you come up near top end of this channel, you can see that we do a little pullback. So I'd wait for this to do a little pullback and then buy back into it again. Or you can take a risk, and put a limit order above and, take chances of it taking off. Let's take a look at a bar chart. Sometimes we can get a better look at what's going on. See, we're getting little pullbacks here all the time, eh? So I think we might get a little pullback even to here. Grab a thing. So it could come even down into this area as well. And then we can grab then we can grab another trade at that point. See, hanging at you works good. You might do a little pullback, which it always does, to give us a better opportunity there. But that's a chart I'm looking at. So just kind of waiting for a spot to pop into it. See, we had another little spot here where it flattened out. We got the two little dojis. And then we could have been just right above there, or even a limit order above this candlestick here. We could have put a limit order in, and then boom, away we go. And then put your stop down and below it. Then you're only risking this amount, guys. So if all of a sudden that trade, went up here and jumped, let me pull it up a little tighter. So if it does jump up here, and bounced up and took off and it caught us, then you're only limited, this much, and they'll stop you out. And do not chase a trade. So if it triggers you and you go in and then all of a sudden stops you out, just end it. Just don't even go back into it. Don't go, oh, I can jump in and grab it another, don't go grabbing a market order. That's how you blow through your account so fast. Just be patient. That's what trading is all about. And there is why I ask you guys, subscribe to the channel, like and send us comments so we can work together as if we were sitting in the room, like I put it the other day. It's like we're sitting all in the same room on the couch and we're going over, our strategies and thoughts and feelings of stuff. But so in my experience, you don't want to get impatient in a trade. Just let it, do its thing. Like look at these dojis. That's 1 day, that's 1 day, that's 1 day, that's 1 day, that's 1 day. It's not, you're not losing out. And if all of a sudden, that this is 1 day, this 1 day, this 1 day, and then poof, you took out your freaking account. You go, oh, I can do this. And then you'll buy a market order and you take out more of your account. And then you take out more of your account. Hey, don't do it. You see these little dojis here? They're usually a reversal a lot of times. So you got to be careful of that. That's why I would say put a limit order above this candlestick at the high and below here. If you want to get even more technical, when we get back in here somewhere, then you can make it even tighter with a 4-hour in that area. If you were in a long-term trade, like we have on the weekly, then you wouldn't even got stopped out. You wouldn't even thought anything. So this is a week, and this is a week, and this is a week. Like lots of time, guys. So that's why I say do not get impatient with your trades. Just trade day by day, but wait for it to give you these little guys like this, like right here. Why would you bought in here on a market order and then you'll send it went out for 2 days? Then you got yourself in a better order here. You're tighter, and if it goes against you, you're only losing like a teeny bit of your portfolio. So then you can wait, and wait for them. If it pulls back all the way to here, then start putting your limit order above. Wait for it to change that direction. Since we know it's going in an uptrend, just wait for that opportunity, and go from there. But anyway, that's some Vista. I wanted to put out this as a chart of the day because it looks really good. So I hope that helps you guys. And again, send us comments. Subscribe to the channel, and we will, work hard at controlling each other. In this crazy market, you want to look at your portfolio every single day, and you want to look at your stocks every day and everything else, and that's only going to drive you insane. Set it and forget it. It's like this. If you have a hard time, doing that, just put the limit orders in there and walk away from your computer. Go, shopping for groceries, go out for dinner with your wife or your husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever you have. Just forget about it. If it doesn't work, you haven't lost anything. And that's what I'm trying to get down to you guys in this group, is to be patient, put limit orders in, and if it doesn't trigger it, you have not lost any money that day. You can wait for another opportunity for it to get in. There's thousands and thousands of stocks out there. So don't kill your account. Okay. Anyway, subscribe to the channel and like this video, and we will have talk another day. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.